I am on my way home from work because she called me and she says she wants to go to the hospital. Her water didn't break yet, but she's a little bit worried that her amniotic fluid is leaking and that there might not be enough fluid left inside the sac or inside her uterus for the baby to be stay in there any longer. So she wants to go to the hospital and have that checked. So I am going home from work so I can pick her up and get to the hospital. After they do the test, they might tell us that, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Your amniotic fluid level is normal. So go home and come back when your water breaks. That's a possibility. Or they might just induce her if she's not dilated enough. We could get the baby to come out either today or tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Hospital bag is packed. I just need to pack my camera into a separate duffel bag, and then we'll take our other car. Our SUV has the infant car seat already installed, so I'll be driving our other car to the hospital. Alright, hopefully it goes well, and I see you guys in a bit.
Hey guys!
Hello.
Sarah Justin here. Today is January 10, 2019.
2:50 in the afternoon.
Yep. We're heading to the foothills. Honey Red. Seriously. Am I filming or are you filming? Okay, we're heading right now to the Foothills Hospital and my husband almost got us killed. So I felt a gush, so I went to use the washroom. So I'm like, huh, that's really strange. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's my water at all, but I decided to wait it out and see whether I would leak the rest of the day, which I didn't. I think I only leaked one other time actually after that, but it wasn't as strong. You know, I'm gonna keep this out of the way. It wasn't as strong as the first time. So yeah, Justin and I decided to go malling at the Market Mall last evening. We walked for an hour to see whether anything changes. I didn't feel any contractions or anything like that, so I was like, oh, okay. So it's probably false alarm. It's probably not my water. But I could swear to you guys, I know the difference between whether my bladder was leaking or whether it's something else. So, strangest thing. Oh, did I mention that my panty liner was soaking wet, but clear, absolutely clear. And I tried to take so I wiped myself, TMI you guys, wiped myself and took a sniff off of that, and I smelled something fishy. It did not smell like my usual odor down there, so I was like, huh. It did not smell like pee either. So I was like, okay, strange. I mean, it could be my water, it could not, who knows. I mean, I was expecting like a big bucket load of water to gush out of me that just flows right through in between people's legs. So I'm like, but yeah, I didn't have that, so I was like, it's probably not. So anyway, went to bed that evening after we came home, and then my arms are tired. Like, okay, and then at around 2 in the morning, I noticed that I was having really uncomfortable backaches, and I couldn't understand where that was coming from. I was like, is it gas? Could it just be gas? Maybe, I don't know. So I tried to use the washroom, and all I did was empty my bladder. Oh, I also took a dump again. So I was like, that's the second time that I had to take a dump in the middle of the night. And it was really soft, you guys. So I was like, that's strange. I guess labor is just, it's just, you know, around the corner. But I didn't expect that I would need to go to the hospital at all. The backache, after I went back to bed, kind of started to radiate towards, like, around my tummy, like my bump. It's not even lower tummy, it's around it. And then went back to my back, like it radiates back and forth between my back and my baby bump. So I was like, what is going on? I was so uncomfortable. I didn't feel nauseous or anything. And for some reason, I felt the need to get on all fours and, like, what do you call that? It's like a yoga pose. I think it's a doggy pose or whatnot. downward doggy pose and just rock myself back and forth. That, for some reason, was what I felt like doing. Are you supposed to exit here? No. Yeah. But then, I mean, it's not like it gave me relief. I don't even know why I felt the need to do that. But that seemed to have comforted me. And then I finally sat up in bed. And when I sat up, that's when what I would describe as contractions, I guess, started to subside and slow down and then stopped eventually. So I was like, that is the weirdest thing. Like, what's going on? Every single time I lay back down in bed, it happens again, the backache. So I'm like, it's like I'm not allowed to lie down. So I was so tempted. I was like, I probably should just sleep on the sofa tonight because it's impossible. I just couldn't lie down in bed. And it's not like I was laying on my back or anything. So it was very strange. But anywho, that went on and off. I was able to get like 20 to 30 minutes sleep in between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. So you can only imagine how uncomfortable I was last night. But it wasn't to the point that I wanted to cry or anything. It was just like, is baby coming out? Am I in labor? Like, I couldn't tell. It's like, I know what contractions felt like, or I thought I did, when I was suffering from the fibroids, my fibroids degenerating. But then this kind of pain was different because it wasn't lower in my tummy. It was more on my mid back or higher up in my back, and then radiating around my bump and then coming back to my back. So yeah, I had to look up YouTube videos and see what other people thought how other people describe contractions. And one of them actually mentioned that for her first pregnancy, how her contractions were actually backaches at night for 2 nights in a row before, and then by the 3rd day they had to go to the hospital, and apparently she was in labor. So yeah, really scary. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, it eventually, so it would subside every time I sit up. So I knew it's probably Braxton Hicks. It's probably not like true labor signs or whatnot. So I finally caught up on some sleep, and Justin was asking me whether I wanted him to stay home for the day because he had to go to work. I said no, I'll just let him know if anything changes. And so yeah, he went to work, and then about 10 a.m. is when I woke up, and I decided, you know what, it's time to start my day, even though I was lacking sleep from last night. Started my day. I called my sister, told her everything, and she was like, girl, you should call your obstetrician or your OB and let your doctor know about everything you just told me. I mean, what if it's really your water that broke? Especially since my amniotic fluid levels at one point last week were low. So she's like, maybe that's all you had in you, or maybe that's just one of the sacs, but go get it checked. So I was like, okay, fine. So I called our maternity clinic to see if I could get a hold of our OB. They said that they could get a nurse to call me back. I described my symptoms, and then they're like, okay. And then think about 15 minutes later, a nurse called me back, and she told me that she's not convinced that my water broke because of the fact that it never gushed again after. And she said generally it's a sweet smell, but she said just in case, since I'm this far along, to go get checked at the hospital. They have a test that they could run or do a couple of swabs down there to make sure that everything's okay and that it's not my water that had broken, and that is possibly bladder leak. And I'm like, how is my bladder leaking from my vagina? It's not supposed to, but anyhow, who knows? I mean, they're more experienced than I am, so I was like, okay, I'll go get it checked. So I called Justin. I was like, do you want to come with me to the hospital? I could just go. It could just be false alarm. I don't want to pull you out of work. And he was like, no, I'm coming. So he came home. I had time to shower, get dressed, pack my toiletries into my hospital bag, and then
And then here we are.
Really?
Yeah, we're just entering the entrance to the hospital.
It's 3 o'clock sharp right now. So yeah, we shall see how things go. gonna pull up to the parking lot. I'm pretty sure they're gonna send us home, you guys.
Where's the
but-
parking lot?
Here.
Is this it?
Yeah. He might want to cross. I don't know. You're good. Go, honey. Go, honey. There. Oh my god. Careful. I swear it doesn't look like we were gonna fit in the parking lot. Okay, so you need to go close to the door and it will open.
Either one, right?
Either one. Here we are. The parking lot's gonna get dark. Woot woot. So yeah. Let's see how things go. If they send us home, then they send us home. False alarm, but at least I get to ask the question of, are we allowed to film? Generally speaking. So yeah. I'll update you guys soon. Love you. Say bye, hun.
Bye.
Alright.
See you inside
Yep.
the hospital. After we parked our car, we went up to the delivery and labor unit, which is the 5th floor of the main building. And then we checked in. You gave all your information. You gave your health card number and all that. Then we waited a little while in the waiting area, and then the nurse called us in to the examination room.
Right.
And when we're in the examination room, what happened?
So they put this small circular probe with lubricant jelly on it and placed it above my belly button to monitor baby's heartbeat and movements, I believe. She also gave me, what do you call that?
To me, what it looked like was a ballpoint pen that you click, but then it's attached to a wire.
She asked me to click on press the button every time I feel baby move. And she made me lay on my back, head slightly, very slightly elevated. So of course, I'm not used to laying on my back. I knew that baby is going to be very uncomfortable. Sure enough, she moved a lot. Just poking at me wherever she could. It was kind of hard to focus on pressing the button every time I feel baby move while the nurse was obtaining medical information from me. There was a time while she was away, Justin and I noticed the baby's heart rate elevate and then drop and then normalized. So she was sitting at about 144, 145 beats per minute, and then all of a sudden it elevated to 160 and then dropped to 118. Actually, she moved. Like she did a really big, what do you call it, squirm. So I was like, yeah, she moved. And then she's resting again. And then it settled to 145. The nurse came back. She looked at the monitor, the results in a piece of paper. And she was like, everything looks great. So she unhooked me. And she's like, okay, we're going to get a sample of your fluid down there. And then she really quickly took the speculum out and got a swab. And she's like, done.
The nurse left the room, and then the doctor came in a few minutes later. And then what did she say?
She said that she did not see any ferning under a microscope, and that's usually a sign that it's amniotic fluid if they see any ferning, but she didn't find any. She said that it looks like it's just normal vaginal discharge that might have been more watery and runnier. All she saw were elevated white blood cell count, which means my body is trying its best to protect the baby. She was like, it's okay, it happens a lot, you know, like you think it's a fluid, but it's not. But she said that she would highly recommend, like even if it's 5 minutes later from leaving the hospital, if I feel another gush too. She encouraged me to go back.
And then we came home without a baby. Well, baby's still inside the tummy.
Yep, baby's home in here. Okay, well, since we already got you guys here, I might as well talk about my weight gain. So for 39 weeks, I tipped the scales at 147.8 pounds, which is a total weight gain of 35.8 pounds.
For this next segment, we want to thank Vivian from Dallas, Texas.
And look what she got us, you guys.
So Vivian got a few items off of our baby registry, and along with that, she gave us this little note. It says, I hope you guys enjoy these gifts from Vivian, teenage fan from Dallas, Texas.
So thank you, Vivian. So Justin's gonna do the honors of unwrapping for me because my wrists are still painful. Ta-da!
Vino, baby lotion, baby wash and shampoo.
Yay, all in one from Avena, baby. Oh.
Feeding spoons.
So precious. I love it. I
So
can't wait
cute.
to use them.
And she also got us a few items that were not in our registry.
But are pleasant surprises like
Johnson's baby powder.
which we might need, you never know, as well as Desitin Maximum Strength Diaper Rash Cream. So yeah, oh my goodness, these are perfect essentials. Thank you so much, Vivian.
So thank you, Vivian.
Yay, thank you. From Texas. It seems like we have most of our gifts are from Texas, honey.
It seems like we have a lot of fans from Texas.
Either that or just really sweet fans from Texas. So thank you guys so much. Believe it or not, we've been there, right?
We went to Houston and Galveston, Texas.
Yes.
In 2015, we went on a cruise, Caribbean cruise.
Yeah.
We flew to Houston, Texas first, and then we took a bus to Galveston, Texas. We have fans who sent us gifts from Grand Prairie, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and San Antonio, Texas.
Yep. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I guess Texans are just generally generous people and kind-hearted people. Thank you so much.
I guess we should go back to Texas.
We should do a meet and greet with you guys, actually. Thank you so much for all the gifts. Like, you have no idea how great and loved we feel to have you guys give us presents, even though we didn't ask for them, did we? So yeah, thanks for checking out our registry and then adding essentials that we did not know we needed.
That's all for week 39. Today is January 10th, 2019, last day of week 39. So tomorrow is supposed to be our official due date at week 40.
But it looks like she's not coming out on her due date, so she's gonna officially be overdue. I have the sweetest husband in the world. He came all the way home for me, all the way from work, only to find out that his day got wasted.
Thanks everyone for watching, and remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Love you guys. Bye.
Mwah.